Alright, if when I reform me church will be Samo Bibi Aquaba at the bank as a TV so. Kwesi Pratt at the same Bibi Abba talk until what you say. Opa Banya or my favoritism ye pan tribalism. A NDC Amanu, especially John Dramani Mama. What you say? If it's on mobile by no more MPP for Nina to us Yakunya, just say any as a no more employee NDC phone call. Now Kwesi Pratt HS at the Ghana NDC phone call Diana. Kwesi Pratt aka say maybe I say any asem ketewa na mepɛ sɛ ekɔ akotie ni. Ayɛ nkasa ti mɛsɔ so be subscribe to my channel, like ne for adwenche gu comment section kama kama. Video obi bi ase.
But a new trend, and it's a most dangerous trend, perhaps second to galamsey. We have now arrived at a situation as a country where every national assignment is given only on the basis of which political party you belong to. That is stupid, that is criminal, that is anti-national. Today, let me say tomorrow, if ever the MPP should come back to power again.
Amen.
No, I'm not saying it is coming to power.
Amen.
I'm saying that it should ever come to power again. And I chose my words very carefully.
Amen to that.
Don't say amen to it. It doesn't deserve your amen. You understand? Master, I am quite sure that even to get employment as a medical officer will not be dependent on your qualification, but will be dependent on the party card you hold. What kind of country are we building? What kind of country are we building? And every now and then I go to social media and I see a list. So and so and so was a member of MPP. He's organizing this position, so get rid of him. Are you mad? Are you mad? We cannot decide everything on the basis of party affiliation. We've got to get beyond this. Begin to look at expertise, people's commitment to the nation and so on. That goes beyond party affiliation. You know, sometimes I get a sense that our politics has become like a war of gangs. You know, a war of criminal gangs. So one of them has captured some territory and is benefiting from it. If you manage to defeat that criminal gang, you establish your domain there like a mafia and you take control of everything for yourself, regardless of the national interest. And it's a danger that this country faces. This country must be governed as a country. It is one nation of one people with one common destiny. We need to revisit that slogan which General Achampong in his wisdom introduced. What is happening? My friend, what is happening in our country? So what about those who do not belong to political parties? They are not human beings anymore. So in our country today, if you do not belong to a political party, if you are not a member of a political party, you lose all your rights as a citizen. What nonsense is that? And then, so what? You know, we help you to win election and therefore we have an entitlement. You have what entitlement? This country, and Senna, listen to me very, very well. We went to an election. We elected President John Dramani Mahama as the chief manager of the affairs of this country. We did not sell Ghana to him. Ghana does not belong to him. Ghana does not belong to the NDC. Ghana did not belong to the MPP, and Ghana would never belong to the CPP. What we do when we go for elections is that we elect managers, and they are supposed to manage this country on behalf of all the citizens of the country. If they fail to do that, they cease to qualify as governments. And we must approach this fight against galamsey with the same vehemence and within the same principle and so on. That's the only way we can move forward. That is the only way we can move forward. My friend, You see, in any country which is committed to basic principles of law, basic principles of equity and so on, if a citizen sits on national television and removes gold bags from his bag and displays them and so on, questions will be asked. If I'm lying, tell me. My friend, if I'm lying, tell me. It is only in this country that a citizen can go and sit on television and say, me, I don't deal in currency. What is dollar? Me, I carry gold bars in my bag. And then he moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he's applauded by the journalists in the studio. My goodness, what kind of a country are we building? What kind of a country are we building? Unimaginable, unbelievable, banana republic is what we are building. And in the process, we are committing suicide. We are clearly, as a people, committing suicide. Let's put aside foolish partisan interests and rally around national symbols. Let's work together as a nation. I want to see politicians in this country stand up and say, look, Ghana first. All hands on deck. We are facing an epidemic of stupidity. We are facing an epidemic of monstrous proportions. Everybody is needed to tackle this problem. Let's work together. I haven't heard that, I haven't seen that, and I'm seriously worried about the kind of nation we are trying to build. Galamsey will kill all of us. Look, the children who are being born without eyes, the children who are being born with multiple organs, the children who have cancer at birth, the children without limbs and so on, are they NDC or NPP? Tell me. Those children, are they NPP or they are CPP? They are not. These are innocent children. We should not allow our partisanship to lead to the deformation of our future, the deformation of our children and so on. We should not allow that to happen. I want to see a more serious fight against galamsey that I'm seeing today, that I've seen in the past. You understand what I'm saying? It was a complete failure under NPP. NPP failed completely to fight this menace. This government promised to do something about it, and I want to see something better than what I'm hearing and better than what I'm seeing. You drive from Accra to Takoradi, and I'm sure many people have driven that route. And you see the color of the rivers. Just seeing the color of the rivers is frightening. Those who get down from vehicles and touch the water can see the density of the water. You can't do anything with that water. What is wrong with us? I mean, when I was growing up in the Kwame Nkrumah estates in Kumasi, and I used to go to school in Patasi Local Authority Primary School. We used to cross the stream, the Kwadasu stream, and so on. In the morning, you put your hand in the water, fetch it, and drink it. We didn't fall sick. It was so clean. Indeed, if you stood at the banks of the rivers, you could see the fishes there because the water was so clean. Today, where can you get that experience? Where can you get that experience? And we are sitting down and playing hanky-panky, playing to the gallery, and the problem continues to fester and people are dying. Look, Obuasi, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Obuasi. When I was growing up, the best oranges you could get in the world, and I'm not talking about Ghana, in the world, were Obuasi oranges.